Rightio. So sort of NRL season's here. We're back, gentlemen. And if there happen to be any ladies watching, we are here for the start of the 2024 NRL season. We are back. Doubleheader, obviously, overseas in Las Vegas. I know a lot of Americans are actually complaining about how we pronounce it, but we're here nonetheless for the start of the 2024 NRL season. Obviously kicking off with the match down below, the Manly Sea Eagles up against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And then immediately following that, we cut straight over to the Sydney Roosters and the Brisbane Broncos. And that will close out the opening stanza of this season, which is it's a very exciting time. We're going to be looking into a couple of things, obviously, because we've got like a whole hour until the season starts. So we're going to just go over a couple of things, just look over in terms of like fantasy, the lineups, and potentially crafting a little sort of multi thing for like if people want to fight, because I know like Sportsbet has their own sort of things, so you can just really have something along the lines of that. I just want to make sure everything is working with the stream. Just gonna, you might hear a bit of an overlay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's actually a lot clearer. So we've actually moved down to the desk because we did have streams up there. It's actually quite it is picking up the because the laptop is old and it's making some loud noises, but we're still sort of here. So we've got a poll in the chat on who anybody can vote on who you think's going to win this match. Currently, there is 4 people who have voted, and it's a 3-1 in favour of the Manly Sea Eagles. Now, it is actually pretty interesting, the whole to see how this will go, because the market's actually been pretty close. I think South Sydney are just favourites. I think it's $1.80 to $2. But if we go to I did put up a there was a poll put up on my channel thing, my channel discussions in the lead up, obviously, to this match being, put the cheeky polls in like the channels tab, so it's like, oh, who you think's winning and whatnot. But community tab, that's what it's called. Okay, that is actually really interesting because I'm trying. There's no way I could show it, so it just means I could just be making this up. But initially, pretty much leading up into today, there was about 40 votes, and it was about like 60-70% in favour of Manly. Now there's 85 votes, and now it's a 60% to South Sydney. So it's a bit of a swing. So God knows what could happen in the lead up for this matchup. So yeah, I'm just trying to. One thing I probably definitely need to do, I just need to get up and move quickly, is because I need to get a cord for my phone so I can obviously watch it. So yeah, really, this whole preamble, there's not really going to be that much to do. I mean, the lineups should get finalised within the next couple of minutes, so we can go into that. But yeah, we'll be back quickly. Quite literally just over to the side. The main reason we pretty much had to sit down, we had to use... Oh, there we are. That's gone. The reason we had to pretty much use the desk is mostly because of... Because standing up there, and because there's like... It's sort of concealed because there's like pillars here, so the audio gets sort of fine. So it's not really that echoey, because the mic I have is not very directional. It's just a blue snowball mic, which kind of captures the audio around it. So it's not the greatest of being directional and loud, but it's what you can do. Right, the amount of cords and extension cords that I have just wrapped around, like, I feel like if, like, you know, like those people that come in to, like, test all the chords, it'd probably be a definite fire hazard, but I'll have it sorted some point later on in the future. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. Just gonna have a quick check to see if the lineups have been finalised, where there's actually just a 17 that's been named. We're just gonna let that refresh quickly. Just seeing, and okay, so it's been confirmed for Manly, but it hasn't been officially signified for South just yet. But basically, we're just trying to weigh who the 18th man is, because there's currently 2 reserves that have been named. Well, for the Sea Eagles, it's Jake Arthur who's been named, and they're just trying to sort out for South Sydney whether it's going to be Tallis Duncan or Dean Hawkins. That will be the reserve. Unless a little bit of an injury scare has unfortunately occurred and they've had to, like, bring other players into it, so. So yeah, it's a very weird and exciting time, because obviously it's the start of the NRL season, but it's not over here. I do hope this whole goes well, because the last time I checked, I think it was around Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it was around 40,000 tickets were sold, so you'd obviously hope that there are going to be Americans who purchase tickets on the day, so I'm pretty hopeful it could get up to maybe a potential 40, 50, about potentially maybe like a 50, 55,000. I think would be a very good result for the NRL. I mean, it's pretty understandable as to why the NRL are actually going into Vegas, because just going over to America in general, primarily because of all of the sports gambling markets have now becoming legal, because it was only a couple of years ago, it was only certain states that had gambling was legal for sports, and so basically ever since then all of these states have just legalized it and spread it out wildly, and basically that's just the reason why they're here. Just trying to have a quick look. Everything is going well. I'm just trying legal, because it was only like. Okay, so the mic is a little loud, so I might need to just turn it down just a little bit slightly, just in case if I do yell, and so it doesn't blow the ever-loving daylights out of the meter, because that would be really, really bad. But yeah, we're just trying to get the final team list finalised so we can look into it. But it seems like South Sydney are taking their time. Yet South Sydney still haven't. We can kind of go through Manly's team. I just want to check. Does this this scrolling? Does this actually roll down with it? Okay, sweet. Okay, so there we go. So it does show somewhat, but we'd probably have to go with this. So I could kind of show my fantasy team, which everybody has been criticising me for. So I do have a couple of players who are playing in this main game. If we could just, I'm just gonna go into here. So you've got playing specifically this match in starting. I've only got 2 players, I've got Alex Johnson and Ben Trebojevic. And for the game later, which is the Roosters and Brisbane game, I have 4 players, but only 2 of them are starting. You've got Daniel Tupou and Luke Keary, whilst Spencer Leniu and Xavier Willison is on the interchange and emergency, which I might need to make some moves depending on if I do decide to end up playing him. But no, but I feel like it's going to be this is my team, so it's probably everybody just could slam on it, because it's a pretty, I don't know, I don't pretend to be an expert on fantasy, but I just think most people who are really obsessed over it need to go outside a little bit, but I can't talk. But yeah, so that's currently my team. I might actually add a second. I'll add a second tab, so we have the Manly and the Rabbitohs game. there, so we can just go through the lineups quickly, and potentially this could actually have the lineup already loaded up. Let's just have a quick look. No, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap over, and we're just going to go into here, and it's in a bit of a precarious spot, so I need to just actually drag it over. Okay, so we'll just move this now into the middle. Right. So we're starting off pretty much with the both teams' backs, and we've got, okay, so we can scroll up a little bit. No, we can only do that. So pretty much you've got the usual suspects, really. Tom Trbojevic and Latrell Mitchell in the fullback positions. Jason Saab and Alex Johnson on the wing. And on the other wing is Jackson Paulo for Manly and Jacob Gagai for Souths. Tolete Kula and Ruben Garrick as the centres for Manly. Interesting to have Garrick moving into the centres for Jackson Paulo. Isaiah Tass and Richard Kenner as the centres for Souths. Playmakers, of course, Luke Brooks and Daly Cherry Evans is going to be a very interesting sort of playmaking partnership, which is going to hopefully go well for them. Cody Walker and Lachlan Ilias for South Sydney. Forwards, we go to Taniela Paseka, Lachlan Croker and Josh Alloway as the prop for Manly. And for South Sydney, it's Tavita Tola, Damien Cook and Sean Kepi. Second row and locks, you got Hamal Olakau'atu and the lights fallen because it's a great start. Hamal Olakau'atu, Ben Trbojevic and Jake Trbojevic. And you got Kian Kolomatangi, Jai Arrow and Cameron Murray. The bench is currently looking like you got Carl Lawton, Corey Waddell, Ethan Bullimore and Nathan Brown for Manly. You got Saliva Havili, Jacob Host, David Moale and Thomas Burgess for South Sydney. The injury reserve force for Manly is Jake Arthur, and they just decided between Dean Hawkins and Tallis Duncan. I feel like it might be given to Tallis, but I'm not what's his name? It's James Demetriou is the coach, I believe. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what gets named as the injury reserve for this match, because you never really know in these sorts of circumstances. But one thing I do want to do is I want to try to craft something to help us, because it's Vegas, you know, like what's Vegas known for? But of course, gambling. So we're gonna try and build a little bit of a multi for these matches. I'm going to try to do it. Maybe it could become like a recurring thing over the course of the entire season. So now this is all just from like my bidding. So if we're just going to get another text thing, so we can start typing. So we'll just go with one of my things that I think will happen is which I feel like is a little bit against the grain of how people are voting for in this match, because of judging of how the poll has been. I'm going a little bit against the grain. Is I think the first thing we can put in is I believe that South Sydney will win the match tonight against South will win the match tonight against Manly. I think this will be a close match, but you just never know. You never know in a match like this, but I'm going to stick with my guns. I think South can take the win. Just going to probably put it up there so we have more space. So we have South to win. Let's have a look at like some other sports for these. If you want to suggest like sort of things, like say if you think a player's first time try scorer or going to any time try scorer, please leave it in the chat, and we can definitely consider, or even what is your multi for this match or any match for this round, so we can try to keep log of them, because I think that could be a cool thing to do. Just, you know, just gotta follow the old sports bet. I've just realised it's just like they're looking at an image and text and just hearing my my voice. So now, one player that I think could be potentially an anytime try scorer, because he is starting this match. It's a bit bold. I actually trust Ben Trebojevic. I think Ben Trebojevic is paying $6.75, but I reckon he could go over here in this matchup. And for South Sydney, because what I usually like to do is I usually like to put its team win, 2 anytime try scorers from the team I think is going to win, and 1 from the team that I think won't. So I reckon we'll go. Let's go bold. Oh, do we go bold? We have to go bold. It's Vegas. We kind of have to. So I'm just going to fill this out because this is a bit of a mental pick. Okay, I'm just doing some typing. Trebojevic. Okay, if we can get this to load. Oh wow, that is okay. Try to minimize that. Is that even like seeable? Yes, yeah, I reckon it's sizable. So that's what we're looking at. A Souths win, Latrell anytime try scorer, Ben Trebojevic anytime try scorer, and Damien Cook anytime try scorer. And I'll just pull the price up here because it is a pretty high one. So it could be something that could. I'm not saying it could happen, but I think it's what would be the payout for this, if we can just get it up and just we might like, we do get an outline, but we'll make it like green or something. Because green is the color of money. So this is what the multi will pay. These are the odds of what the multi is. We actually should make the text black. Is probably. Oh no, we don't want it to become vertical, but I think black could be the best color for it, unless it just looks really. No, yeah, it looks alright. We could definitely work it in post, but yeah, that's what I think is going to happen in this match. Souths win, Latrell anytime, and Damien Cook anytime try scorer for Souths, and Ben Trebojevic anytime try scorer for Manly, and that's what it's paying. And I think it would be nice if this this light would stop falling, but we can't have anything go right in this. So yeah, that's what I think could potentially and might happen. But it just be a thing that'd be really just exciting to see how everything could formulate. Okay, so currently now into the poll, still 5 people, and now another person's voted. They voted for South, so it's starting to close the gap a little bit. Still a majority in favour of South Sydney, but you really should pull the stream up here because we're just waiting for the bloody. We'll just check to see if if this is actually refreshed in any way to see if they have actually named who the injury reserve is going to be for South Sydney. And they still haven't. They're keeping their cards close to their chest. We might actually just move into fantasy quickly and just move that over here and drag this over. Yeah, I think there's definitely improvements that could be made for this team, but we can give it a couple of and a little bit until anything does happen. So we'll hopefully start seeing points coming in for Ben Trebojevic and Alex Johnson, but you never really know in these, because the backs are a bit of a lost cause because you never put it with the forwards and whatnot. So yeah, it's going to be the main sort of thing. Just trying to make a. I don't know what I'm doing in this lead up, but yeah, I think this is going to be a hard game to sort of get a grasp on. I should actually also promote, I should probably put in the thing, if there is a fantasy league here for, if you do want to join, here is the fantasy league. If you do want to join, I mean, you've got, like, not even, like, a couple of minutes until the first lockout happens. I think it's like, when is the lockout? You got 39 minutes till the lockout occurs, so you've got a little bit of time if you do want to join. So there is the code there if you want to demolish me, because that's probably going to happen. Are you streaming the game from here? Unfortunately not, call user. If you do go to, I think probably your best bet for that would probably be, I think Twitch would probably be the best way to look for someone who'd do it, mate. I know there's like a bunch of people that do it on Twitch. I think Hectic Fred might be one, would probably be the best option, I think. But yeah, I can't stream it from here because the NRL be a bit goofy with their... No, it's not goofy, but it's like they'd be a bit strict with their copyright thing. Like, if I showed like 30 seconds of the match, it just would cut off like immensely. So this is just a watch-along sort of thing, so you can get this bastard's opinion of rugby league, which is not warranted, but it's an opinion. It's an opinion nonetheless. I really should probably fire up Fox League, because it's probably, you know, the best bet really. If KO can load, because we can then actually, you know, keep track of what the stream will be. But I do want, one day we'll find a way to get legally around it. Well, we plonk it. We'll plonk it there, but yeah, so pretty much well, 6 votes now. We could see if has it become a 50-50? Let's have a quick look. No, it's another vote for Manly. This is it's gonna be, I'll tell you what, it's gonna be hard to tell, because of how this match will go, but I do think it's gonna be, I think it's an interesting time for both clubs, because you've got, for example, Manly, who they're a team that obviously now are trying to vie for finals football, because they've been around the sort of same, they've been close to challenging, but they haven't really been like one of the ones, like, you know, who get down right to the wire for challenging for the finals. You've got Benja Boyovich now finally breaking into the team. You've got Luke Brooks now alongside Darley Cherry Evans, which I think is going to be a very interesting pairing, and hopefully he goes well, because I think out of a lot of players, Luke Brooks has probably got one of the most pressure on him. I think out of all the players in the NRL, which I think it's probably a bit of a hot take, but he's definitely got a considerate amount of pressure on him, even, and because Manly are trying to get all the pressure off him, so he can just focus and play his match. So yeah, then you've got South Sydney, who fumbled quite badly at the end of last season to not make the finals, and then you've got, like, obviously they've made the signing of Jack Whiten, so it's put them in the race of, like, oh, so they should make the finals this year. But it's, am I going to stream the game, please? I can't stream the game, unfortunately. If you want, looking for somewhere to watch, probably, will this game be on 9 now? Actually, I might need to check that. No, it's not. Ah, right. Okay, so probably Twitch would probably be your best bet if you're trying to watch it. Yeah, you can't. You can't show it on YouTube, unfortunately. It's just one of those. The NRL is a bit sort of silly with their copyright on YouTube, but yeah, Twitch would probably be your best bet if you're going to watch the actual match. But one thing I have heard about in terms of this Vegas deal, because obviously it's going to be over the course of the next 5 years, and apparently I've heard that obviously there's going to be a bunch of apparently it's like I've heard apparently that every team's apparently going to go over is what I've heard, and there's been talks, I know, because I'm a Knights fan, and there's been talks from the Knights about, oh, we want to play this, we do want to play in this roughly as soon as possible, but they don't want to give up a home match, which is the same sort of policy they have for Magic Round. But I do feel like the Knights kind of make... Knights and Canberra would make sort of like a tiny bit of sense of taking them over there purely because Vegas has teams that are named after have the same name as the teams. You got the Vegas Golden Knights in the NHL, who are the defending like Stanley Cup champions, and then you've got the Vegas Raiders, Oakland, but just one of those things. But unfortunately, yeah. So I think, but it's going to be an interesting one because if they just keep the teams. Whatnot. Okay, Allegiant Stadium, obviously home of Super Bowl, it was 57, I think it was. Wait, they're doing the national anthems? Okay, hang on, they're doing the national anthems already. What time is it? Why are they doing the national anthems like half an hour before the match starts? Okay, got some blokes harmonising the Australian national anthem. Yeah. This is weird. I mean, I get it's like a just get it out of the way, but do they really need to do it like half an hour before the first match? I'm surprised they haven't got like the whole like with the NFL. You know, they got like the flag that covers the entire pitch, and then have like, what is it, fucking like big bombers that just fly over the stadium. But they can't really show it because it's a roofed stadium, because the weather in Vegas apparently has not been that great. Got 9 votes now on the poll, and yep, still Manly having a majority advantage, 67%. There's a decent bit of crowd there already, which is a good sign. So now they're doing the US anthem, which... There was a little bit of a cheer, so there is at least some Americans that are probably at this match, which is good. There's a couple. I'll probably say there's currently probably 20, 30,000 probably in there as a rough estimate already. Someone's in a Western Red. There was an American singing with a Western Reds jersey, which is an image. Fireworks during the US anthem. That's so 11 votes now currently, and it's kind of like Manly get a vote and then South get a vote. So it's 64% still in favour of Manly taking the win. So if anybody's looking for a cheeky multi, this is one I've built up earlier. It is bold, but, you know, Vegas, whatnot. We have Souths winning, Latrell and Damien Cook anytime try scorers for Souths. And we've got Ben Trebojevic anytime try scorer for the Sea Eagles. And it's paying currently 141 to 1. So if you want to go on that, you can. Just still finding it a bit weird that they've done the national anthems quite early. So they're saying 45,000. Up. There's the man in chief himself, Peter V'landys, is on also the head of Racing New South Wales, which is interesting because you know about the whole AFL NRL feud. It's Peter V'landys. He's the chairman of Racing New South Wales, and the AFL boss, I can't remember his name. He's now the head of Racing Victoria. So the whole rivalry between both codes just continues even into other sports. So they've still got about 40. So they're saying the allotted number is 45,000. So it's about what? It's a 62,000 capacity stadium. And I still think it's still a pretty decent result in my opinion. I think it's, you know, I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, still 13 votes, and it's still sort of that same dynamic. 2/3 in favour of Manly taking the win. V'landys and Abdo silence Las Vegas critics. Hold, bloody hell. The NRL propaganda machine is well and truly firing here, and it's like, I'm surprised one of the tickers isn't just cop that AFL. Like, NRL joins a history of starts who have performed in Vegas. Starts. She means stars. Like, V'landys and Abdo silence Las Vegas critics. They're just, like, spamming through the tickers. The thing I'm a little bit worried about for this match is purely this whole, like, they showed the ad and it's like all of the massive hits that have happened, but it's like, yeah, but wait till the Americans find out that if you try something remotely like that, it's like you get a sim bin. It's like, what the fuck? That's all the Americans are just going to be reacting to. Is just like, and they feel like they've kind of been lied to. One thing, season opener to be shown on Fox Sports 1 USA. So this is also the big thing, is because if it's there for sports betting. The because of all America legalizing sports gambling isn't a big reason why we're over here, even though it's like probably the big thing that's going to get them the most amount of money. So we've got about 25 minutes until the start of the season. The national anthems are already wrapped up, so the players are just going to come out and just dominate. They've just realised, they've gone through the tickers quite quickly because they've actually spelt stars wrong. They've added a T. But apparently, I think it was like Willie Mason on his podcast apparently said they're going to have these like 5 openers in Vegas, and apparently it's going to culminate in having State of Origin over in Vegas, which hopefully could be good. So it makes sense. They already do one game that's out of the 2 states anyway, so having it over in Vegas I don't think really changes that much. So yeah, it's a very 14 votes now. Let's have a quick peek. 57%. Okay, so There is still a sizable minority for of 15 votes. It's getting closer. South's starting to come in. It's kind of replicating what happened in the other poll earlier, because the poll on my community tab, it's currently 60-40 in favour of Souths with 86 votes. So it's going to be a very interesting sort of poll for when like, you know, the whole everything does culminate, when the game does kick off. We should probably have a check and see what of the team list, to see if that's all sorted and ready to go, to see who have the Rabbitohs named as their injury reserve. So let's have a quick peek. We're just going to scroll down. No, they still haven't. Currently what I'm waiting for is, because they've got the injury reserves, currently there's Souths haven't named who it is. It's between two players. It's Tallis Duncan and Dean Hawkins. But Manly have already named theirs, being Jake Arthur, which is just a little bit annoying, because we're trying to, like, officially have, like, the team list locked in. And I should probably state, if anybody's joining, the game can't be shown here. It's just, you're looking at this, just seedy bastard is what you're looking at. I'd recommend Twitch would probably be the best place for it to watch it. I do know that the game after this, the Roosters Broncos game, is on Channel 9. So if you just create a 9 Now account, you just and it's for free, and you should be able to watch it if you're in Australia. So there's that option. But to be fair though, it's like KO is really expensive. Like, it's actually nuts how fast that their price has gone up. Yeah, I'm just trying to check to see if there's, like... Also, I'm just going to say the new KO ad is annoying. For me personally, but yeah, here we go, 16 votes, and the votes are now dead tied. It is 50-50. We could be split right till we get to the start of the match. So South could pull ahead in the poll. You never know. What they're going to need to do is try to, like, convert this into, like, a sort of ticker. But this is our multi. I should have some. I'll have something to indicate. If I'm fairly certain, actually, I'm just gonna do something quickly whilst I'm here. Is that the thing? I'm trying to think of what the bloody thing is. I'm just trying to think, because I believe there is, like, a thing that I can add that could very much help. Like, it gives, like, a good indicator as to how we can prove that the thing has gone up, because there is, like, a tick thing. I just need to find it. Is it tick? Yeah, here we go. Tick PNG. And I just assume that we duplicate it a few times. Oh, Anthony Seabold is is now on commentary. Oh shit. So Anthony Seabold now talking to, who is it? So just gonna try to transition in this. Yeah, there is a green tick that I'm trying to move. There we go. So if we just put it like, we'll just know. We'll know that it's that it's worked. We'll know. We'll just have to say it's okay. Now, there we go. 18 votes now in, and South Sydney have taken the lead. 56% of people thinking that South will take the win. So it's almost sort of like perfectly mimicking how the poll happened on the community tab. So there we go. The Manly boys are out on the field getting their last bit of warm-ups. So we can just go through their lineup. So we'll just transition into this. This is not the page that we want. We need to just go bang. And then just a little cheeky drag, and then place this in the middle. And then grab this, plonk it in the middle. So we can just go through Manly's. We'll just go through both teams, because hopefully at this point, with a cheeky refresh, they should be all done, and they've got their team listed. Souths are also out on the field now. So the starting lineups, you got Tom Trbojevic and Latrell Mitchell at fullback for both teams. You've got Jason Saab, Tolotau Kula, Ruben Garrick, and Jackson Paulo as the wingers and centres for Manly. You got Alex Johnson, Isaiah Tass, Richard Kenner, and Jacob Gagai on debut. For South Sydney, playmakers are Luke Brooks and Daly Cherry Evans for Manly, and for South Sydney it is Cody Walker and Lachlan Ilias. For the forward pack, you've got Taniela Paseka, Lachlan Croker, and Josh Alloway as the hooker prop for Manly. And for South, Tavita Totola, Damien Cook, and Sean Kepi. Second row in lock, it is Helmo Olaka R2, Ben Trbojevic, and Jake Trbojevic. Keon Kolamatangi, Jai Arrow, and Cameron Murray are the locks of them. Interchange consists of Carl Lawton, Corey Waddell, Ethan Bullimore, and Nathan Brown for Manly. Saliva Havili, Jacob Host, David Moale, and Thomas Burgess for South Sydney. And the injury reserve for Manly is Jake Archer. For South Sydney, it is still undecided between Dean Hawkins and Taylor Duncan, but we should have some confirmation later when they do show the team list on the Fox League broadcast. We should get there eventually somewhat. So just another indicator. There is no game footage, unfortunately. It's just a watch-along stream. I'd recommend going to Twitch if you are looking for that. I just don't want anyone being misinterpreted of this. It's just, you're looking at this, you're just looking at this, and you're hearing that. So player to watch for Manly is Luke Brooks, obviously. I mean, it completely makes sense. He's a player who's had a lot of pressure. You could probably make the argument he was pretty much made the scapegoat of the Tigers struggling. But he is out to prove a lot of people wrong, and hopefully he does well. Obviously in Vegas, the roof, there's no roof. Yeah, it's a completely enclosed stadium. Which is this the first NRL match to be held in a completely? It probably would be. Like, it makes sense that it would be a perfectly fully enclosed stadium. So we're just waiting for now. I actually don't even know what the time is. We've got 15 minutes away from the kickoff of not only the Vegas doubleheader, but the 2024 NRL season. Now, just as like a bit of things of like wanting to get your opinion on stuff, if you want, I'd like you to comment who you think will be the premiers. There we go. We'll just go with that. Who do you think will be premiers of the 2024 NRL season? Do you think it could be Penrith go and do 4 in a row, something that's not been seen since the St George sides in the 50s and 60s? You think Brisbane will do one better? Do you think the Wars do better in this season and finally get their first premiership? Do you have some? Could it be the Roosters who have now got into their new signings and are trying to forcibly make a good team? Or do you have anyone else? Let me know in the chat of who you believe will be the premiers of the 2024 season when this is all wrapped up in the first couple of weeks of October. Up the Warriors. Yeah, I should have known. I'm actually excited to see how the Warriors do go this year because, like, their team's nuts. You got RTS back, who has to play in centre because of Darren Wateen's Lesniak. You've also got what's his bloody name? You've also got Kirk Capewell in the side. Like, that's ridiculous. You've also, I do kind of feel bad for, like, because I quite like Josh Curran, but I think he would go alright at the Dogs. But yeah, the Warriors I think are going to be a very exciting team to see how they do go this year now, because it's a little bit of an unexpected premiership window, but they've thrown the gauntlet down with their with these signings, and so we're just looking over 20 votes, and it's 50-50 split. It's actually mental how close this these polls and votes have been. So just before we got a couple of, how long we got to go to the start? I think we got 13 minutes. I'm just gonna just bonking at him because I don't want to like have them playing throughout the stream, but I'm just gonna put one here. So I do apologize, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, so I'll be back, and hopefully we can just look at one final look over fantasy, one look over the lineup, over the multi, and we'll just get all the wrapping done for the start of the season. That sounded healthy. But yeah, it's a very exciting time to see, really. It's I'm just trying to think, like, I think it'd be interesting to see if the AFL could also do this, not in terms of me trying to be, like, arrogant or whatnot. The only problem is, though, is in America, they don't really have those sort of oval fields, because they're all, like, all the big stadiums are all just rectangles. Maybe if you bring back, like, AFLX. They do be playing a bit of Elvis, which obviously, I mean, makes sense because Vegas. 21 votes. Who is this voter? Swung it to it. Swung back to South Sydney. Now 21 votes in. 52% in favour of the South Sydney Rabbitohs. So just as a somewhat final look into what I have as a multi. It's a bold one, but you got to be bold when it's talking about Las Vegas, Nevada. You got South's win, Latrell and Damien Cook anytime try scorer, and Ben Trebojevic anytime try scorer. And it is paying 141 to 1. I just want to put a record. I have not actually betted this bet, so there's actually a pretty high chance it actually will hit. So take that what you will in terms of how. Apologies there. Hey, I'm just going to actually mute the mic quickly for a second because I just need to hark up my lung. There we go. So, and now my voice sounds weird. I'm really sorry about that, but we just got to kind of roll with the punches. So, so we've got what, less than 10 minutes? Just about 10 minutes till the start of the NRL season, and it's exciting. What the fuck's happened? I'm sorry. I'm having testy pops because my lungs just won't allow me. Bloody hell, there we go. Well, hang on, what was that? I just read that comment. I just need to look at that. You need a beer, lad, to clear up your voice. I would take you up on that, but I've got to go to work after. I've got to go to work after the doubleheader, so I can't. But any other days in terms of the NRL season, we can very much certainly do that. But just not the opening. Okay, now we're at 24 votes. Where is this votes now? It's swung back to Manly. This is actually mental of how much these polls have just swung back and forth between us. Like majority Manly. Then it's sort of evened up, and then South took it. Now Manly have taken back the majority of the tipping. So this is riveting stuff. Okay, can we just finally check to see have the NRL finally added who is the player they have put in? Oh yeah, that's also probably the big thing as well. Watch NRL, which is the place where you watch it outside of whatnot. There we go. So they have named Dean Hawkins as the player. The number 19, Dean Hawkins, is the injury replacement. So the team lists are now officially in, so we can all close that whole thing. So we can get rid of Aaron Woods and Tallis Duncan. So Dean Hawkins, number 19 for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Are the Knights even in this like opening match thing? Because they've got like a lot of things about coaches. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. But anyways, that's just me being complaining. So still 24 votes. We've got a couple of minutes until we will close the poll. To be fair, though, I do think the NRL social medias, I think it's done more to promote NFL rather than the NRL in America. Oh, 25 votes. Where's this gone? Has this gone more? 56% now to Manly. I think it's now... It's another vote for South, I believe that was, but... How long have we got? We have got 7 minutes. This is actually real. The start of the NRL season is very close. It should just state one of the last times this is we're not I can't show the game, and we won't be showing the game on here. So if you are looking for a place to watch this, Twitch would probably be your best bet. Yeah, so this is all that's going to be seen, so it's sort of legally covered. But there we go. The NRL are officially in Vegas. And the crowd actually is looking pretty darn decent. Oh. There's a fairly decent crowd there, to be fair, which is... Yeah, I'd probably say, yeah, there's probably about 45, 50,000 there. We're at 26 votes now. 54, 46 still, okay. Oh, there's two Knights fans. It's good to see the boys represent the club represented and holding it down. Just trying to... we're not... just trying to figure out a way because of where to place the phone. Is watch is Watch NRL like? Because I know there's the Watch NRL app, but I just don't know if it's like live or whatnot. We'll just have to put it on here. Yep, so going through both teams now. They're just going to go through the lineups. There's South Sydney now in the sheds getting ready. So we'll just go quickly through one last time the lineups for this matchup. So starting at fullbacks, you've got Tom Trbojevic for Manly and Latrell Mitchell for Souths. Jason Saab, Tolatau Kula, Ruben Garrick and Jackson Paulo as the centre and wings for Manly. Alex Johnson, Isaiah Tass, Richard Kenner and Jacob Gagai. For South Sydney, Luke Brooks and Daly Cherry Evans are the playmakers for Manly, whilst Cody Walker and Lachlan Ilias are the playmakers for Souths. Taniela Paseka, Lachlan Croker and Josh Allawai as the prop hooker prop for Manly. Tavita Totolich, Damien Cook and Sean Kepi are the prop hooker prop formation for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Hamal Olakar to a Ben Trbojevic as the second row with Jake Trbojevic at lock. Keon Kwalamatangi, Jai Arrow in the second row for South with Cameron Murray, the captain, at lock. Interchange consists of Carl Lawton, Corey Waddell, Ethan Bullimore and Nathan Brown for Manly. Saliva Havili, Jacob Host, David Mawal and Thomas Burgess on the bench for South Sydney. Jake Arthur as the injury replacement for Manly and Dean Hawkins being the injury replacement for South Sydney. There we go, right through the guts. That's all we had to do. And now we're here. We are here. Both sides now just clapping up, getting ready. 8 viewers coming in. I'm going to close the poll soon. 30 votes, and it's still a majority favour of the Manly Sea Eagles. We'll have 30 seconds, and then we'll officially close it, and whatever result that is, we will go with that. Oh, there's another vote for Mayor South. Okay, 20, 19, 18, 17, 18, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. You kind of get it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang. Poll is closed. Will you show here? Unfortunately, DC, I will not be able to show it on here. Best bet would probably be Twitch. I should actually you know what? I actually to cover all bases, I probably actually should just put a pin thing here saying. Twitch best bet. I'm just gonna pin that on here, just as like a. There we are. So we're covered. So it's now 1:30 now. So just waiting now. So which team comes out first? It'd be South, wouldn't it? Or is it Manly? We don't know, but yeah. So just one quick finally before the match, the season, it starts. No game footage shown here. Sorry. Twitch would probably be the best bets, just because NRL's copyright's a bit suspicious. Not suspicious, but like a little strict. So here we go now. It is officially 1:30. Both teams waiting to come out onto Allegiant Stadium to kick off the NRL season. It is an exciting time. What do kids say? Dubs in the chat? Whatever that could be. It's been a really long off season as well, this is. And the crowd looks fairly decent, probably about the 45,000 mark, which probably has been the expected mark. They bring up a lot of the NFL players, and I feel like bloody just one of them's probably on more money than the entirety of like a whole lot of clubs. Here we go. South Sydney march out onto Allegiant Stadium. So they're the first team out of the ground. Wow. It's actually nuts to think that this is actually happening in the United States. Led out by Cameron Murray, and there he is, Latrell Mitchell. If South are going to do what a lot of people expect them to do this year, this is the man that really needs to be the main force of this. Obviously, you've got Jack Whiten as well, but this is a bloke that needs to have to play out of his skin. So now we're just waiting now for the Manly Seagulls to come out onto the field. And then we just get ready for kickoff. One quickly, this is the multi. We've got South Win, Latrell anytime try scorer, Damien Cook anytime try scorer, and Ben Trebojevic anytime try scorer. It's bold, it's Vegas. There we go. And now the Manly Seagulls come out till I collapse, and there they are, the Manly Seagulls now on the field. Right through the centre of the field. So just trying to think, by the way it's looking, it looks like the Manly Seagulls will kick off, and they'll be running screen right, and of course South Sydney gaining the first set of the 2024 NRL season. And there he is, Tom Trebojevic. Needs to have a fresh year this year. I reckon if he rules himself out of Origin with the same thing like Ponga did last year, I think he should be okay. So, here we go. Manly kick off. South Sydney receive. And we... I do know that the pitch is actually a little more narrower than it is with regular NRL pitches. So Kleinsy's the ref. Manly kick off. Here's for a good season, gentlemen. They're just waiting for the whistle to kick off. From Sin City. Are they going to get a good camera angle? 3, 2, 1. The season has kicked off. Manly, we're ready for the 2024 season, and it's taken by South Sydney, and that's the first hit up of the NRL season, and they've been dragged all the way back to the 10 to start off. And there's the pass right up the middle there. And again, Manly holding them back. Sean Keppie gets lifted up and brought down right onto the ground. He obviously former Manly player. And Souths have been kept. Keon Koloamatangi there with the ball. Gets brought down inside of the 30 for South Sydney. And that's Jai Arrow, who's looked to be a little bit worse aware after that first hit up. And that's Cameron Murray there on the last for the 30. And there's a late hit there on the kicker. And here comes Turbo. Picks the ball up on Manly's 30. Gives it off to the number 5 of Jackson Paulo, and he gets brought down just inside of South Sydney's half for the first tackle. This is a really good chance. Here's Ben Trebojevic. Gets brought down about 40 away from the try line for the second tackle. Now, if you're looking for a chance here to get the first try, this is a good set up here for Manly. Josh Allawai now, 30 away from the try line for the third tackle. Manly now spread it out to the right-hand side. It's a flat ball there to Olaka R2. And Olaka R2 goes all the way. He's now 10 metres out on the try line from the far right-hand side. Fourth tackle. It's to Jake, and it's Brooks to Turbo. It's passing around the guts, and that's, I believe that is Cooler 3 metres out now. Last tackle for the Seagulls. They'll pass to the short side. It was to Ben Trebojevic, but he gets held up just before the line, and South Sydney survive. It's all been the Manly Seagulls. It's literally been 2 minutes. So there we go. South Sydney hold on there. And that's the number 8 there. Tavita Tola. Brought down inside of the 20 for the second tackle. And then there's the run by Sean Kepi. Will make it to the 20-metre line for the third. Passing it out right to the wing end. Here we go. It's a line. Oh, it's almost a line break there for Richard. I think it's Isaiah Tass, actually. Almost getting through there. But now Souths get through the first. Get past halfway as Cameron Murray gets brought down on Manly's 40 for the last tackle. And it's spread out to Ilias, who takes the kick. And it's a high kick. And it's taken by Saab on the 10. And it'll get brought down for the first tackle. Oh, feed that into ya. And oh, it's a penalty. Yep, here we go. No, it was knocked back there. I think it was Tavita Totola with a big hit there. Don't know who it was, but it was on the number 3 of Tolatau Cooler. I thought they were going to rule something there, but they haven't. And there's an early kick there. Is that a 40-20 attempt? They're going for it. It's not going to get the bouncers to get it, though. And there's Alex Johnston there. He gets brought down inside of the 20 for the first tackle for South Sydney, as we're now 3.5 gone in the NRL season opener. Latrell is shoved off Jake Trbojevic there, and he gets brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. Second tackle, damn it. Now Richard Kennar now getting there onto the 30. Probably, obviously, coming in to replace Jack Whiten, who is still injured, but now South's trying to go up the middle. As Sean Kepi gets brought down just shy of halfway, and this will be the last tackle for South. And it's another high kick. They're aiming it towards Turbo, who takes it inside of the 10. It'll get brought down on the 20-metre line for the first tackle for the Sea Eagles. Surely for the advertisement, what you'd want is a fight to break out. Because that's what you'd want. Why have they cut to Lara Pitt for a proper camera angle? Why, like, show the match. Manly now on the 30 for the third tackles. We're now 4.5 gone. Apparently they're saying that Lachlan Croker for Manly was a little bit worse for wear. Coming out for one of a tackle, and here's the number 10 for Manly, Josh Alawai. Gets just shy of halfway for the last tackle, and it's going to be fed a little bit now to DCE. With a high kick, and Latrell gets met by the other number 1 of Tom Trbojevic inside of the 20 for the first tackle for South Sydney. This has been, one thing I can definitely say is this has been a very quick start to the season. To say the very least, it's just been sets have been going really quickly. I mean, it's like, jitters. They're trying to feel themselves out and get comfortable in this situation. Now, South's fourth tackle, they're inside of the 40. They're trying to spread it out now to the left. It's an early kick, and it's been played on, and it's a set restart because it was played at. It was a really good bit of play there by Cody Walker, and now it's a full set of 6, 35 metres away from the try line. So South, and it's a ruck infringement anyways. So full set of 6 here for South Sydney, about 25 metres out from the try line. So South with the first real chance potentially of scoring. They're passing it out to the right. Ilias doesn't know what to do with the ball, and he'll take the ball down on the 10-metre line for the second tackle. Souths pass it up the guts. Cameron Murray brought down right in front of the black dot. Their third tackle for Souths. Flat ball out to the left. There's a good tackle there by Lachlan Croker here. Fourth tackle. Spreads it out to the left-hand side. Flat ball. Kolomatangi gets brought down 5 out on the left-hand side. Last tackle for South. Slow ball. And it's a try. And it's Richard Kennar, of all people, getting the first try. And there's a little bit of pushing and shoving, but the flat ball there from Cody Walker. And it's Richard Kennar getting the first try of the NRL season. And it's South's 4-0 with the kick to come. So Cody Walker with the early kick, and it's come off the hands of, it's kicked straight into the hands of DCE, and it's fallen very favourably for Walker, and it's counted as being played at. And Cody Walker with just a flat pass there to Richard Kenner, and he burrows the ball over. Oh, because rabbits. I'm clever. So there we go. Richard Kenner, good on him. There we go, and he's grounded it. And there we go, NRL bunker try confirmed. So I'm actually going to be interesting to see, because obviously if the bunker does come into this, the Americans are going to be like, wait, what's this? They've got a proper review, and they're going to be like, oh, they should have this over here. So Richard Kenner, 33 run meters so far in the first 7.5 minutes, and he's gotten a try to take it off. And here comes Latrell Mitchell now, here to make it a 6-0 lead for Souths. And he's kicked it beautifully, and it goes in between the sticks. And that is the conversion. So 8 minutes now gone in the opening match of the NRL season. It is South Sydney 6, Manly 0. If we're looking like in terms of like the aspects of the crowd, there is a considerate amount of Souths fans. There's a lot of random South Sydney fans. So Manly now getting ready to... okay, so interestingly, they have stopped the clock here. That might be a big thing that might happen going forward, is just stopping the clock. So apparently what they're saying is, because the weather's been a bit weird, and they're saying it was a lot of desert winds that have been really like 50, 60 Ks, which have been damaging. Better challenge, can you show us? I can't show the game, unfortunately, due to copyright. If you go to Twitch, it's probably the best place you can go, unfortunately. You hit a button that flashes up in here. Anyway, South Sydney now getting just shy of the 40 for the fourth tackle. They're going to try to spread it out. No, they're not. Cook goes straight from dummy half right onto halfway for the last tackle. And Cody Walker going from dummy half for the last tackle kick. And it's going to be taken by, I believe that is Jackson Paulo. Brought down onto the 30 for the first tackle. I feel like after this try, it's going to, like, both teams are going to, like, hopefully settle. So it's like, now they can just focus on the game. Are you going to live stream the other game? I will be doing this sort of thing, but for the other game, you can create a 9Now account, that's the one on normal TV. So you can watch it that way. So Manly now, fourth tackle. They're 40 away from the try line. As Colin Matangi had him in a bloody iron claw. Oh, flat border Ben Trebojevic, but he gets met really quickly. 35 out, last tackle. Oh, the knockback was there by Manly, and it's been picked up by Cameron Murray, so a bit of a wasted chance there. Thank you so much for this. Come on, boys, you. Let's go, Regan. I am watching Panthers Undisputed thing on 9 right now. Yeah, I think afterwards, might just check quickly, is South Sydney now getting brought down on the 30 for the third tackle. Just want to check quickly that, because I'm certain the other game is on Channel 9. Yeah, it is. It's on Channel 9, so I might provide a thing that actually tells on how to go. So Manly, Latrell bodies Lachlan Croker. And there we go, last tackle kick from Cody Walker on the 40, and this will be taken by Turbo inside of the 10. And you'll get brought down inside of the 20. It's been a very solid start by South. I mean, Manly have had a couple of somewhat chances. So Tola now brought down just past Manly's 30 for the second tackle. And Souths are putting the pressure on Manly, keeping them inside of their own half. It's pretty good to see. Third tackle still. And Manly have spreading this out all the way out to the right-hand side. Who do I support? I actually support the Knights. I'm a Newcastle boy. And there's a mistake there by Ruben Garrick. And about 40 metres away from the try line, South Sydney will have a scrum and have a really good chance to extend their lead if the cards fall right for them. Get it? Because Vegas. Card play. Gambling. Up the night. Yes, let's go. I'm actually, yeah, I've become member this year, so I can actually, like, probably go to games. So I only go to, like, 1 or 2, but now I've actually got the opportunity to actually go to a lot more games, and there's a bit of blood on the cheek of one of the South Sydney players. I'm just trying to think of who that is. It's Davida Tola. Yeah, he's got a bit of a gash on his left cheek. Just getting the old Vaso to stop the bleeding. That looks like a bit of a deep cut, to be fair. I wouldn't guess that. I would have think you're like a Roosters fan. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, neighbour, newly born and bred. Yes, let's go. Nova Castrian gang, right. And to be fair, there is, like, it's actually kind of understandable because there is a lot of South fans that do live in Newcastle, and it kind of makes sense because of the amount of players from Newcastle that have played for South over the years. Same, just got a membership myself. Hell yeah. It's hopefully an exciting year. How good are the girls' Knights, though? Yeah, I mean... Oh, it's the South Sydney. Cameron Murray right down the line. Here we go, 5 metres out for the try line. 4th tackle here for Souths. It's coughed up opportunity, and it's a knock on, and it's going to be Manly's ball. That's a huge chance for Souths wasted there. Yeah, the Knights girls are really good. I mean, like Tamika Upton and the Southwell sisters are amazing. I do think this year's going to be interesting, but because I think it'll be the other Roosters now getting their players back, and you've also got the Titans who are becoming a really good team. So a good thing. Who do you think the best signing this year? It's hard to tell. It's there's a lot of like solid I reckon a smoky could be. I mean, you've obviously got like Dominic Young to the Roosters, which like for the Warriors. Trying to think of like what other. There's a bleeding nose and a cut on Lachlan Croker. Croker has copped it a little bit in the opening 13 minutes here. So it's going to be... And obviously, like, I have joked about, obviously, like, Luciano Leilua, the amount of... Well, Luciano... So... Ooh, okay, so... But, yeah, it's... Like, Luciano Leilua, I think, could be a... I feel like it's a signing they had to make, and I think he still should be alright. Blasphemy. Oh my god, Lachlan Croker oh my god. He really is bleeding. Might need to be careful because he might have to go in the blood bin because it's like, it's a cut here. Do you have a table prediction? I do have a table prediction. Trying to think of it off the top of my head as Manly get their set started inside of the 20. I have Penrith first, Brisbane, Warriors, Storm as my top 4. Then I've got, I think it's like, no, Roosters top 4. Then I have, no, 4th is Storm, sorry. 5th, I can't remember it. I'll definitely post it at some point. I did put Canberra last. Last tackle here for Manly as they're just 40 metres away from the try line. It's a high kick to the right of the field. And Alex Johnston getting instantly met there by Ruben Garrick. It did cause a bit of ruffles because I did put so it was Canberra last, then I was Dragons. Dragons, Tigers. I'll have to go into it, but I think top 8 was Penrith, Brisbane, Warriors, Storm, Roosters, Titans, Knights, Dolphins. Who'd have put 7th? I put somebody. I've got that's sort of like my rough off memory. Oh, big lifted up and dumped tackle there by onto Manly right at the 20. That's the number 5 of Jackson Paulo there. Score prediction for this match. I think this is gonna be a close. This will be a close match. I think I've gone. I think I'll go with like a 20. I'll go for a 28-18 Souths win. 4th tackle now for Manly as they're just shy of the 40, and here comes a run by Turbo, and he gets brought down on halfway for the last tackles. We're now 15 gone in this season opener. There's a kick over the top here by Cherry Evans, and Latrell Mitchell has gotten the ball. And Mitchell gets brought down on the 20 for the first tackle for Souths. But yeah, it's I did have a because I think this season's going to be ridiculously close. I did have a lot of teams not making the finals. Like I don't think Cronulla will make it this year. I don't think the Cowboys will. A lot of people weren't happy with my my Parramatta prediction because I put them bottom 4. Oh, it's a big. Is that a knock on there by Souths? No, it's a set restart. I think it was an attempted strip there by Manly. And it will be... Oh, hang on. Cody Walker is taking a bit of struggle getting up. I think he's grabbing his foot, and he's just come off a hamstring injury. So could this be a potential problem of Cody Walker? So 3rd tackle now for South as Tavita Totola gets brought down just shy of Manly's 40. And there's the Broncos. They're watching the game. It's a set restart now for South Sydney. So a big, huge chance now for South to extend their lead. And now South's trying to spread it out to the right. They can. Gagai. Jacob at least. 10 metres out now for South Sydney on that far right hand side. And that is, I believe, it's Burgess. They're brought down. 4th tackle on the 10. Karen Murray trying to go up the guts, and he's just 5 short now. Last tackle for the Rabbitohs. Shot. Oh, it's a forward pass anyways, but it's a bad ball. On Saab. Saab's on the run. Here we go. Jason Saab's running down the line. And he gets that ankle tap. He's still going. What an ankle tap. I think that was Lachlan Ilias who just stopped him. And it's still a 0 tackle. And Manly are trying to get over. Why would you kick? And it's a live ball. That's a knock on as well. Manly knock on. Why would you kick it on the... So Tom Trbojevic gets the offload off to Jason Saab, who just runs down the line, arguably the fastest player in the NRL. Lockley Ilias ankle taps and almost drags him into touch. That is unbelievably impressive from him. And then just Manly kind of panicked, and DCE went for the grubber kick on the 0 tackle. I don't think he should have done that, but what an ankle tap there by Lachlan Ilias. And now South Sydney get the ball. That's on the fastest player in the NRL, arguably the fastest player in the NRL. Knights got Cogger and Jenkins. They took some decent Panthers players from me. I reckon they will come top 8. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how that goes, because there's a lot of debate about who it actually will take the wing place to replace Dom Young. I think it should be Jenkins, but there's talks of Tuala it could be. But anyways, last tackle for South Sydney, 40 out from the try line. It's a high kick again. It's going to be targeting straight towards Saab. And Saab will get brought down inside of the 20 for the first tackle for the Seagulls, as we're now 19 gone in this matchup. And I should stay for the next match. Once this stream's end, there'll be a thing that should pop up at the end of this stream, which will immediately take you straight towards the Sydney Roosters and Brisbane Broncos stream. So you just don't really have to do anything, if you know. Well, I look like a bit of a forward pass there to Ben Trebojevic. Fourth tackle on their own 40, still Manly. Flat ball, it's to Cooler, and Cooler makes it over South's half. Now last tackle, it's again quit playing down the guts. It is a run. Oh, they're still passing. Oh, Manly have had some good chances. It's just the final pass is not really working for them. No, Cody. Wait, what's happened with Cody? Has Cody been ruled out? I should check to see. Yeah, I'm just going to have a quick look here to see who's on the field. Yep, everything's on the field. I think everything should be... Everything's looking still okay. South now always a big run. Right over 40 away from the try line now, South Sydney, as that is Burgess. Tavita Tola now off the field, so I think that's the first substitute there for South Sydney. Last tackle, 30 out, and there's a kick by Elias into the corner. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Taking out Trebojevic without the ball. I mean, in midair. And that... Yep, and Mitch Kenner has apologised. A little too early there by Kenner. And that is going to be a kick into the corner. There'll be just a kick for touch here for Manly to get them into some decent field position. Question is, who does it? Is it, would it be Brooks or would it be DC? Probably DCE. Probably seniority. And there's the kick by DCE, and it's an attempted deep one. It'll go to the 30, and that is Garrick who takes the first hit up, and he brought down just shy of Manly's 40 for the first tackle. Now right on halfway, just about. Second tackle now for the Sea Eagles. There's some numbers if you can try to spread it, as that's Garrick brought down 40 away from the try line now for the third tackle. Nathan Brown now coming in, he gets his first hit up. He's now 30 away from the try line, fourth tackle for the Sea Eagles. They'll spread it now more to the middle as DCE gives it to Jake. They're spreading it out, it's Turbo to Cooler. And he gets brought down 10 metres out from the try line. Last tackle on the far left-hand side. Brooks goes down the short side. Grubber. Oh, and it's been... Oh, wait, who's got it? Turbo's claiming he's got the ball. It's going to be a video ref check, because I think it's been bowled by a couple of people. But Turbo's claiming he might have grounded it here. So they reckon it's a double knock on first by Manly. So Brooks with the kick. So there's a little kick there by Luke Brooks. So who touches it first? Latrell has it. So there we go. The first knock-on's by Latrell Mitchell. So if there is a knock-on, it'll be Manly's ball. Play on. Turbo's trying to ground it. It's a battle between him and another player. And if he does ground it, it could be a try here. It's between him and Lachlan Ilias. Turbo touches the ball first. Ooh. But I think it's just short of the line, but it could have rolled. So he's just short of the line. You can't roll it over, but it will be a Manly scrum because of Latrell's knock-on. So there we go. No try, and that's a really bad graphic. So it's going to be a 10-metre scrum. So a very big chance here for Manly to get some equalising points here. And that was actually the right play there by Brooks to go short. So we're now 17 minutes 40 remaining in the first half of this matchup. And that's a huge chance for Manly to get some points on the board. So here's the scrum feed by Manly. Cherry Evans to Olakau'atu. Is that Olakau'atu? Yes, it is. And he's burrowed himself over and the referees awarded it. It is a try. And just like the magic of the play, Manly have now responded. 4-6 with a kick to come. Just a big boy. Big boy season, and that is the first big rig try of the season. Big rig. Yep, try confirm. There we go. No needing to check the grounding. So Olakau'atu now. So a huge chance. So chance there from the conversion. I think it should be DCE that takes it to make it 6-all with 16 and 40 remaining. 40 metres, 16 tackles and 1 try there for Olakau'atu. Now we're just going to be waiting to see. It's yep. I forgot. Ruben Garrick does the kicking. I actually completely forgot about that. So here we go. Ruben Garrick, 77%. Why did Siri pop up? Garrick now with the kick, and he has nailed it beautifully down the guts, and it's 6-all with 16 remaining in the first half. So this WatchNRL.com, right? I'm just trying to think because it says that it's pretty much available for anyone who's not from Australia, New Zealand, or the Pacific. But they haven't said about a pricing. So if it is, and you watch every NRL game, so if it is free, surely you just use a VPN and just connect to America and go on WatchNRL.com. That might be the way to go. And there's Ben Trebojevic there taking the hit, the second hit up, second tackle, 20 out. And now Manly trying to break through onto the 30 as they get a Chemist Warehouse. Manly now spreading it out to the right-hand side. Oh, then why would you not pass it to Saab there as Garrick with the ball gets brought down inside of South's 40 for the 4th tackle. But Souths are doing well here, keeping Manly away from advancing too far as they're 35 out, last tackle. Oh, and Cherry Evans doesn't know what to do with the ball. He's dropped it, and it's now a high kick. And Latrell takes it and is immediately grabbed by, I believe that's Lachlan Croker. And now this is where Manly need to keep what they're doing now, is keep Souths at bay. Second tackle, they still haven't gone out of the 10, and now that's Cody now at the 20 for the 3rd tackle. But here comes Burgess, who's going to be big store. It gets him to the 30 for the 4th tackle. And it's just 1-ups footy at the moment. That's the number 16 there for Manly, for South, sorry, David Mawal. Last tackle, and that's going to be kicked high by Ilias. And it will be taken here by Jackson Paulo. And Paulo gets brought down inside of the 30 for the 1st tackle for the Manly Sea Eagles. So Tulu Kola now, just shy of the 40, I believe, now for the 2nd tackle. Still inside of Manly's half, though. Now Ethan Bullymore now gets onto halfway for the 3rd tackle. A line break would be very good here for Manly. Oh, Jai Arrow going straight into Nathan Brown there. 35 out, 4th tackle. Cherry Evans goes straight to Garrick, but if they just got a pass off to Saab, they'd be there. 25 out, last tackle on the far right-hand side. Cherry Evans now with a chip over the top. They're going to go for Saab. Oh, I think it's a try. Nah, it's not going to... It was batted backwards, but it's going to be a knock-on by Manly. It was actually batted forwards a little bit, and it's going to be... It was picked up and scored by Manly, but it's not going to count. Jib over the top by DCE, and I believe it is Tom Travojevic who's tried to bat it backwards, but it has gone forward. So South get the ball on the 10, so that's the first tackle inside of the 20. And oh, that's Ben Travojevic right on the number 3 of Isaiah Tass. Inside of the 20 for the second tackle. Now Jai Arrow getting just shy of the 30 for the third tackle. And now South's now spreading it out to the left as far as they can. Richard Kennar being held onto it. Alex Johnson has not gotten that much of the ball. I think I've only seen him like with the ball maybe twice so far this match. We're only about 28, almost 28 minutes gone. Last tackle for South on halfway, and there's the kick. And he's barreled it, and it's a hard catch, but he has taken it. Turbo's trying to find a gap. Oh, he's almost broken through there as well. He gets brought down to the 30 for the first tackle. And now here's some quick play here. Garrick's through. Garrick's broken the line. He's got several players in support, but he holds on to it because he's a grub. And now it's a penalty. So it's a penalty here for Manly, 20 metres out. It's a great run there by Garrick. He had like DCE there. And Turbo. And it was a strip attempt there by Latrell Mitchell, but there was another player in the tackle, so it is a penalty to South Sydney. So 10 metres out, a full set of 6. So a chance here for Manly to take the lead for the first time in this matchup. Olika R2 gets wrapped up by Thomas Burgess on the 10, sort of centrally in the field. Manly going to spread it now to the majority left-hand side, as that's a Bullimore. About 2 metres short of the line, right in front of the black dot. Manly now go to the right. Oh, Brooks! Oh, no! He's reached over and he might have grounded, but I think he's lost it. He's reached over and he's broken the line, but I think it's going to be a knock-on, unfortunately, unless he has grounded it. We could, but I don't. I think he's lost it. What a chance there for Luke Brooks. Brooks. Oh. Just as when he's reaching out the arm, the ball's popped out. What a chance that was. Unfortunately there for Brooks, it was a good chance. But again, yeah, both sides are actually showing some pretty good signs at the moment. And that's actually a good thing there that Croker actually grounded it. So it's a ball that goes to the 10. So it's a 6 tackle set on the 10 metre line instead of a 7 tackle set and a 20 metre restart. So bit of a good tactic there by Croker. I'm praying for nobody put Blades on the arrow as Jai Arrow now comes off the field. He's had a very good shift for the first 30 minutes. That's Isaiah Tass getting the first hit up from the scrum. Gets brought down inside of the 20 for the first tackle. Burgess there getting brought down inside of the 30 for the second tackle. And just one-ups footy here from Manly, from South really. And here comes some spreading now. They've got numbers if they decided to spread it, but Latrell doesn't pass it. And he gets brought down on halfway for the fourth tackle, as we're now about to enter the final 10 minutes of the first half. And it's a set restart here, so here we go. Big chance here for South. So first tackle, as that is David Mawal, now about 35 away from the try line. South can take back the lead here. Burgess. Oh, so the set restart's actually a little bit late. So here goes. Oh, wide out pass to Alex Johnston, but he gets held up short. This will be the third tackle now for South Sydney. They've spread it all the way out back to the 20 for the line, and they're going to try to spread it out to the right. Long flat out ball to one-on-one, and that's going to be the try right in the corner. And I believe that is the number 5 of Jacob Gagai. Yep, it has to be. Jacob Gagai, one of arguably the oldest NRL rookie to make his debut, and he gets the try. So it's now 10-6 to South Sydney with a kick to come. But yeah, that's just really good play then, spreading it all the way out to Jacob Gagai. Flat ball it there by Latrell, straight to Jacob Gagai. And it does seem like there is probably more South fans. Or maybe just at least on that end. Gagai backed himself against Jackson Paulo. And he held well. Hang on, are we all good? I just saw the thing on Streamlabs just say reconnecting. I just want to make sure everything's all good. And here's a kick from Latrell Mitchell now right on the sideline. You can't get any harder from these sorts of kicks. Yeah, we should be alright. Here's the kick attempt. It's going to curl back. Not enough though. So it's going to be a miss. It'll be 10-6 now to South Sydney, as there's now 8 minutes remaining in this first half. This has been really good. This has been a really good start. Not too much scoring, but hopefully the floodgates sort of do open within the second half. Show your screen, you'll go viral. So that is true, Jack. I do agree with you that is true, but I'll probably only go viral for a couple of minutes before the NRL pull it in. I definitely will need to hopefully find a way that you can sort of show it, because you got to trick the system. But yeah, I wish I could, but I can't. No, I believe believe it, Jack. So, now, doing your best. Yeah. If there's like a way I can pretend I'm playing Rugby League live, but it's the game. It's like, oh, the graphics are really good this year. That might be the way to go. Anyway, this is the second tackle now for South Sydney, just shy of halfway now. Brooks almost putting Burgess in a dangerous position there. Third tackle right on halfway, and Burgess, yeah, he's kind of brought it up. And Sevilla Havili now brought down at 40 away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. Still central at the moment. They're going to spread one-ups to the left as that's Moal. 30 out, last tackle now for South Sydney. Spreads it to the left and it's a hold. The kick hasn't gone too far. And Johnson's taked it and he's offloaded it straight to Ruben Garrick, who gets the ball on the 20-metre line inside of Manly's half for the first tackle. Saab now gets brought in inside of the 30 for the second tackle. Manly now, oh, the big step opened a massive gap, and unfortunately nothing can be done. Yep, it's a penalty. Luke Brooks did well there. He's drawn in the penalty for Manly. And there's an early kick for the touch by Manly. And it's a very decent kick. It's actually put the ball inside of South's half. It's about 30 metres that kick was. And there's Bullimore. He'll take the first tackle now, 40 away from the try line. As we are now just under 6 minutes remaining in this first half. Jabljevic now to Kula. And Kula gets brought down. He's 15 away from the try line now for the second tackle. Manly will now spread it into the centre. But they might go all the way to the right here, actually. And they might... Oh, Saab didn't pick it up. Is that a knock on? I don't think it is. Yeah, still Manly ball. Yep, that is the right call. There wasn't a knock on from Saab. It hit his hip. I don't think his hand actually touched it. It did look like it popped out a little bit, but I don't think he actually had any control of it before he put his hand on it. Fourth tackle, 28 now for Manly. Manly now spreading it to the left. Brooks, up the guts for Turbo. There he... Oh, no, he's held up. What a stop there by Damien Cook, but I feel like there could be an obstruction anyways. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's gonna be a penalty to South. I wonder if in the American broadcast they've got like a bluey explaining the rules, like the Nickelodeon stream does for the Super Bowl. But yeah, I definitely think there's an obstruction here regardless of the play. Oh, I don't know actually. No, Murray goes straight at Trbojevic. It's a good dummy by Brooks, and the South player's gone straight to Trbojevic, so that's not an obstruction. It shouldn't be... I think it's another bit that's obstruction. Yeah, so it's not an obstruction, so then Turbo's got the ball. So Turbo gets the ball, he bounces. Oh! That's a try. He's lost it, but he's regathered possession. There we go. It's going to be a try to Manly. I thought he got held up, but no, he actually's fallen a little bit beforehand. And there we go. No. Oh, no, wait, they've classed it as... Wait, what? Wait, so hang on. So he's saying he's lost it. He did bobble a little bit, but he didn't lose it. He regathered it. To be fair, the problem is that they've made it so black and white because they've made like the whole rules that are meant to be black and white. Like if that's a knock on, then fair enough. But it's like you just know when it comes to the NRL that something similar very much happens to it, and it's given a try. It's just I don't know. It's a bit 50-50. I think it depends on... I could see that it's not a try and I could see that it is. But anyway, South Sydney now with the ball inside of the 40 for the third tackle. Damien Cook running up the guts here, just about short, halfway. Fourth tackle. Cameron Murray spreads it just shy of Manly's 40. So this will be the last tackle now for the Souths. Now 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the half. And Turbo takes the catch, is immediately wrapped up by Lachlan Ilias. And I reckon if Manly just... Souths actually kind of just hold Manly back and just keep with the lead momentum. Oh, look at R2 beating some players off. Not like that, but... just shy of the 30 now. And now right up the guts is where Manly are going. They're on the 40 for the fourth tackle. Still inside of their own half. And now Turbo with the ball, and he'll get held up just shy of halfway now. Last tackle for South for the Seagulls. Damn it. Grab a kick into the corner, and there's a big chase, and Latrell's picked it up. And Latrell picks it up. Oh, he gets an offload off, so it's still going here for South Sydney. Oh, look at R2 stopping that run dead in its tracks now. I believe it's at the 30. That's Jacob Gagai, who's in a bit of a worse state. Now Kwalamatangi gets brought down just shy of halfway for the second tackle. Yeah, Jacob Gagai's done. Yeah, he's not getting up after that. Tom Burgess now 45 away from the try line for the third tackle. Less than 3 remaining in the half. A try here could open things up here. Oh, interception! And it's Jason Saab. Goodbye. And just like that, Jason Saab makes them pay for that, and it's 10-all with the kick to come, and the kick will be right in front. So Manly will hopefully go into the sheds in the lead. What a interception! And it looked like, because it opened up for Souths, and like, they just had to get a pass over the top, and they were probably through, but just Saab was there. Great take there by Jason Saab. It's now 10-all with a kick to come. And it's right in front. So Manly will probably go into the sheds in the lead. Interception. It's a pick. Technically, it is a pick 6 if you think about it, because they'll get the conversion, so it is. Tried everything, illegal streaming services with no luck, so I'm back. Have you tried Twitch? The Twitch or Rumble, I know some people do streams on there and they're able to show it. So Jason Saab's best 100-meter sprint time is 10.67. So here we go. Ruben Garrick right in front with 1:20 remaining. This to make it 12 points to 10 to Manly. So there we go. With pretty much Manly will have the final set of the half. And yeah, just like that, Manly have just kind of switched it around, because the momentum for the last couple of minutes has been in favour of the Rabbitohs, but just that interception just sends Jason Saab out to the races. And no one's stopping him from there. And that's like, what? Saab's probably already got like, what, 120, 130 metres already? Surely? And there's the kickoff by South Sydney. Right into the Brooks takes it, and it's going to be, I believe that's Bullimore who takes the hit up, and will be brought down on the 10-metre line for the first tackle. So, pretty much I think Manly should just take their time to play it and just let the siren go into half-time, and they go in front. Now, Olika R2 trying to make a run, and will get brought down just shy of the 40 for the third tackle. There's 36 seconds remaining, so there might be like maybe one play by Souths. Fourth tackle, 27 seconds remaining. Oh, it's a bit of play here, but Turbo, he's offloaded it. Brooks has now got it. Brooks almost breaks through there. 40 metres out now. Last tackle for Manly with 15 on the clock. Turbo passed out to Caller, and Caller's lost the ball, and it's going to be a knock on. Oh, hang on, it's a bit of pushing and shoving here at the moment, as the siren will sound for half time, but there's a little bit of handbags at the moment between some of the players. I think it's Ben Trebojevic and Lachlan Ilias. Nathan Brown getting himself in there. So there we go. Half-time of the Las Vegas opener between the Manly Seagulls and South Sydney Rabbitohs. And Manly, 12 points to 10 ahead of South Sydney. There's Reggie. Good to see Reggie there. So, damn, that was actually a really good half. A little bit cagey start, which is kind of understandable, because it's like you got the whole sort of occasion and sort of that. But I think once that first try went over, it's like, okay, they can now switch on for the match for both teams. But yeah, I do think Manly's had a little bit of the better chances, but just haven't been able to capitalise on them. You had Turbo lose it over the line. You had Brooks lose it over the line. So very easily, this could have been a bit of a higher score. So we'll just go for a little bit of an ad break, and then we can just discuss the half time, and we could set up a poll, which I might do during this. Just trying to type out the...
Positive signs, very positive signs. Even this pick up here from Latrell, 6'4", picks it up from his ankles. That speed, very hard to do, and then gets the offload. Great to see this guy back.
So here we go. We've got the poll now that we just typed. We've just put in. So the question is, will more tries be scored in this second half? So more than 4. That's a question because I feel like there's been opportunities for there being more tries, but I think that's just pretty much the main question. But then again, you've got the commentary have just brought up you're getting fatigue starting to come into both teams, so that could also be a thing where there's actually a lot less tries scored. So currently we've got one vote and it has said that yes, there will be more than 4 tries this game. So if we go to a couple of things we can look into as we're at halftime, we look at our multi. Ben Trebojevic almost scored in the first set for Manly, so that was actually very close. But yeah, Latrell and Damien Cook, and obviously South winning. Can't watch live streaming. Yeah, we can't. Unfortunately, Samuel, I can't show the actual game on here. If you do go to Twitch, or I think it's Rumble, I think you should see people doing it there. That would probably be the best bet for this match. So I suggest you go there, my friend. So yeah, very close. We should go to the if we just move it over here, we're just going to go to go to fantasy because I actually haven't given it a look yet. So let's go to NRL Fantasy and see how things are going. Just drag it off over here. So Ben Trebojevic currently on 29 points for the first half, which what's like the average that he got? Average points 23. Average points 23. But he's been doing a fair bit. Yeah, Alex Johnson has not really gotten that much of the ball. It's been the right-hand attack of South Sydney that's been getting it done. And those are the only 2 players that I do have that are in this match. So, yeah Ben Trebojevic is doing not too bad. Alex Johnson not doing awfully as well. But yeah, so that's currently how it is looking in terms of fantasy. So Ben Trebojevic is going pretty well so far. But yeah, it's a very, very interesting sort of matchup. It's been so far. So for those who are going through, so the first try scorer was Richard Kenner, and then Hamal Olaka'atu going over. Jacob Gagai next, and then Jason Saab with about 2 minutes to go from an interception. I'm just happy rugby league's back, in all honesty. I'm really happy it's back. Because they've done really well. Okay, we've got another vote coming in and saying no, that there will not be more tries. I should have actually added another option where it's like more is like there should be one that's like equal, so there will be 4 more tries. That would have actually been pretty smart of me, but I don't. That's requiring me to actually have a brain, unfortunately. So yeah, so we're going rather well. So in terms of time, what time's it now? Who do you think will win? I've tipped South Sydney for this game. I'm still sort of confident that they can get the win. I think they just need to sort of hold Manly out. So, but then again, this also could just be a game where Manly just run absolutely roughshod in the second half and just completely dominate. So, yeah, it's a game. This game, in the words of Guru, could be anything. I tipped Manly by 2, buddy. So you'd just be cheering for nothing to happen. You'd be cheering for nothing, straight up nothing to happen. I think in my tips, I tipped because I do the ESPN tipping with my mates. I think I tipped like South by 10 or 12. I think was one of was one of the things that I tipped it for. So currently it's 2:30, and I think I've set the Roosters Broncos stream to start at like 1:15. So I actually should probably do is actually just bearing with me, because I'm just going to be starting to fill out the team list for Roosters and Broncos. Because for those who don't know, I write it out. If you could actually pick it up. Brisbane $1.59 favourites. Okay, there's been a lot of changes in terms of the lineups here for the Roosters Broncos game. So because Sawali's now on the centre and Fetalaga Palga is on the wing. I think he might be I'm assuming he's a young lad. He must be, because he's number 18 starting. 6, 7. Spencer Leniu getting his start, which I'm excited to see how he goes for the Roosters. Marty Tapau starting. He's number 21 getting the start of the match. Lindsay Collins, I'm excited to see how he goes. Glad to see Satilli back. So a few changes here and there. $14, $15, $16, $17, $8, $14, $15, $16. And then we get to the reserves. 22-18. Connor, I kind of feel bad for Connor Watson. I actually quite like him, Terrigal boy. And obviously played for the Knights. Do you commentate the match? Yeah, that's pretty much what I basically just do a commentary, watch along sort of thing. I can't show the game in terms of because of copyright reasons, but it's just kind of just what I do sort of thing. That's sort of basically it's trying to explain it. Explaining it does sound silly, but yeah, it's just in it. Okay, looking at the poll now, 4 votes, 2 all in favour of yes and no. So it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So they're just going through the halftime highlights. Then after this ad break, they will go straight into the start of the second half. And then hopefully there isn't too many stoppages, so we can go straight, sort of smoothly into the Roosters match. Jesse Arthur starting on the wing is going to be pretty interesting. And then you've also got Selwyn Cobbo moving to centre. I'm fairly certain I've read somewhere that he does start out in centre anyways. Or something along those lines. Dean Mariner getting a start. I'm very excited to see how he goes. Also, Ezra Mam obviously signing a pretty solid contract after his grand final exploit, so it was pretty good to see from him. What I could do is actually could go through and actually just reveal the lineup for the Roosters Brisbane game once I just have got all the last names written down. Just a little bit quick. Tupanua. Will Radley get sim? I think that's a good question actually. Will Victor Radley get sim-binned? Jordan Ricky, Patrick Carrigan. Okay. Smoothie, Butcher, May. Kobe Hetherington. That's a name. And then you've got Connor Watson and Corey Oates. Oates' injury reserve is a bit wild, not going to lie. So what I can do quickly as we just go into this section is we can just go through the confirmed lineups for the second game, which is of course the Sydney Roosters and the Brisbane Broncos. Just move that in over here. So starting off obviously with the fullbacks being James Tedesco and Reece Walsh, Daniel Tupou, Joey Manu, Joseph Kusoswali and Fetalaga Palga as the centres and wings for the Roosters. Jesse Arthurs, Katoni Stagg, Selwyn Cobbo and Dean Mariner as the centre and wings for Brisbane. Luke Keary and Sam Walker, the halves pairings for the Roosters, while Ezra Mam and Adam Reynolds as the pairing for Brisbane. Spencer Leniu, Brandon Smith and Lindsay Collins as the prop hooker prop for the Roosters, while Payne Haas, Billy Walters and Marty DePau are the starting pair for the Brisbane. Siu Wong, Sotili Tupanua as the second row with Victor Radley a lock for the Roosters, Brendan Piakora, Jordan Ricky as the second row for Brisbane, and Patrick Carrigan as the lock. Interchange is Sandon Smith, Nafahu White, Nat Butcher and Terrell May for the Roosters, and the bench for Brisbane is Corey Jensen, Tyson Smoothie, Fletcher Baker and Kobe Hetherington, and the injury reserves are Connor Watson for the Roosters and Corey Oates for Brisbane. So there you have it. That is that's the list for the other game. So okay, they've cut back to the field, so we should be getting ready now to kick off the second half of the Manly Seagulls and South Sydney Rabbitohs thing. So the Rabbitohs are out on the field, so just waiting for Manly. Also, if you do want to join my fantasy league, I think you can join whenever you want. I think there's the code there. If you do want to join my fantasy league, just leave it up for a little bit. Yep, South Sydney still waiting on the Manly Seagulls. Oh no, they're just getting ready to kick off. Okay, so we should just So we're just going to end the poll now, which was asking the question of, will there be more tries scored in the second half? And after 6 votes, 5 people. Oh, we're trying to. Got it right in there, so 71% believe yes, that there will be more than 4 tries this match. Okay, there we go. So Manly now come out onto the field, so South Sydney will be kicking off and going screen right with the Manly Seagulls receiving first possession in the second half. So can the Manly Seagulls continue their sort of momentum going into the final parts of the first half? And straight away, there we go, kick off. Yeah, no preamble, straight away. As Bullimore takes the first hit up for Manly, just inside of the 20. And there's Jake Chipolovich there. Souths need to come out kind of firing because obviously you want to get the first try in the second half, so the momentum is on your side. Now, Holocaust R2 now just shy of the 30 for the third tackle. And that is, I believe it's Garrick. Brought down on the line there, yep, inside of the 40 for the fourth tackle. Nathan Brown with the barnstorming run gets brought down just shy of halfway for the last tackle. So yeah, fairly solid set there by Manly. We'll see how South will respond. It's picked up on the 10 by Latrell. And Latrell will get brought down inside of the 30 for the first tackle for South this second half. Gets it off now to the number 5 of Jacob Gagai, who has already scored tonight, getting a try in his debut match. Now here's Cameron Murray, who gets brought down just inside of halfway for the third tackle. Now South's trying to spread it potentially. It's Kwalamatangi Gets brought down on Manly's 40 for the 4th tackle. South now trying to spread it now into the middle, as that's going to be David Moal. 30 out. Last tackle for the Rabbitohs. There's Ilias with the high kick. Saab takes it inside of the 10. And will get instantly met up by 3 players to keep him inside of the 10 for the first tackle. And that is a huge opportunity here for South Sydney, as Jason Saab has lost the ball. So 2 minutes into the second half, a scrum feed 10 metres out could see South Sydney take back the lead. Oh no, there's a challenge. Here we go. The first challenge of the NRL season. So what happens here? It's a bit of a hard... What? Here we go. Captain's challenge. Was there a strip? I don't think it's a strip. I think it's a pretty bad call. So there we go. Challenge is immediately unsuccessful. So Manly will lose their challenge for the rest of the match. Just straight up loses the ball. So here we go. Scrum feed 10 metres out. South Sydney. Huge opportunity to take the lead here. At least in this set, or even the first tackle. I reckon this would probably be where Damien Cook could score. He could just take it straight away. No, he just passes it. Why listen to me? I don't need you for a multi or anything. So 10 metres out. First tackle for South Sydney. Right about in the middle of the field. And they'll spread it out to the left. Kennar. Brought down inside of the 5 away now. Second tackle for the for South. Damn it. Burgess trying to barge himself over. And he's about 2 metres short of the line here. Third tackle for the Rabbitohs. They'll spread it to the right. Oh, flat ball. Again, Murray held 5 metres short now. Fourth tackle. Cook. And Cook immediately gets wrapped up by Turbo. Last tackle for South Sydney. They'll spread it to the short right-hand side. Step! And that's a try! Latrell scores. And he burrows himself over, and South Sydney have taken back the lead. And there we go. For South Sydney, wanting to do madness this season, it needs to be him. Just a big step, and Ethan Bullimore just go over. It was a high shot. Ooh. Yeah, he's grounded it. Yeah, try confirmed. Yeah, he's grounded that easily, no problem. I don't know about sliding about that on Croker. A little cocky. That is the understatement of the fucking century. But there we go. There it is. South Sydney now taking back the lead. And just like with this conversion, from pretty much right in front, it should be 16-12. So Latrell's got a try and a try assist, 7 tackle busts, and 80 run meters. So pretty solid outing for him as Reggie just walks in the background. Good on him. Happy for Reggie there. And here is the conversion attempt now by Latrell Mitchell to make it 16-12. And he's gone for... Interestingly, he's gone for the win to take it. But it's an enclosed stadium. It's what it looks like. He just couldn't curl it. So we'll remain 14-12 to South Sydney. So it'd be 18-12 if they've gotten both of their kicks. But to be fair, the kick from the sideline was really tough. So here we go. So Souths needed to get that try to have the momentum with them, as we're now 4.5 gone in this second half, as Manly have kicked off to continue the game. Burgess takes the first hit up and brought up inside of the 10 for the first tackle. That's 16 there. That's Mawali. Gets brought down inside of the 20 for the second tackle, and it's a flat to the right. It's Cameron Murray. Cameron Murray's been a bit of a workhorse here this match so far. Now Havili gets brought down just inside of the 40 for the fourth tackle. And that's going to be passing it out. It's Kwalamatangi there who burrow over and gets just inside of Manly's half. So this will be the last tackle for the Rabbitohs. And it's a high kick here from Ilias. And it's taken by Turbo and it'll get brought down. They're going to try to drag him out here, but he does get brought down eventually on the 20 for the first tackle. And Cherry Evans tried to go down the short right-hand side, maybe trying to draw a foul. And there we go, there's Saab there for the hit up. Gets brought down on the 40, still inside their own half for the third tackle. Manly trying to spread it out to the right now. Oh, and the pass goes wayward and it's going to go into touch. It's the right idea from... It was the right idea there by Brooks, but just the winger just wasn't there to get it. Just trying to get... Who was at number 5 there? It was Jackson Paulo. So here we go. Scrum feed here now for South Sydney. Oh, it's just a tap ball. So 40 out, full set of 6 here for South for a chance to extend their lead and just continue putting the pressure on them. Number 14 there is Siliva Havili. Brought down 25 out for the second tackle. They'll spread it now to the left-hand side. Oh, there we go. Just beautiful passing, just like that. And Alex Johnston has gone over. And Latrell Mitchell obviously having a good bit of display there, just passing it straight out to Alex Johnson, and that is try number... What is it? I actually do not know. And there we go, so it's 18-12 with the kick to come. I just want to check, actually. What is the try record? I just want to check because that is another try off the tally. Just going to check that. There we go. 18-12. The kick to come. Okay, so there we go. So Alex Johnson is now on try number 188. He's 2 away from tying Billy Slater. And he is now... How many tries is it? 88, 4... He's 24 tries as the kick is successful there from Latrell, and he's enjoying himself. So Alex Johnson needs 24 tries to tie Ken Irvin, and then needs 25 to break the try scoring record. Which, if it's not this season, it'll definitely be next season. But yeah, very good signs here from South Sydney in this second half. So Alex Johnson 2 away from Billy Slater's 190. And South Sydney have come out of the bloodshed firing. So here's the kickoff here by Manly to restart the half. And there's the charge there by Burgess. As just need to keep an eye sort of on the time. It's 2:50, so there's about half an hour remaining. So pretty much it'll immediately cross over into the Roosters Broncos stream. Oh, knock on here by South Sydney. So Manly now 20 metres out on the 0 tackle as a chance to try to chew up the points. And because of those missed conversions, it would only put them away from 2 away if a converted a try occurs here. 10 metres out, first tackle on the far right-hand side for Manly. Gets the ball there. It's the number 8 of Paseka. 10 metres out, just on the short on the right, but they'll pass it to the left. Brooks to Turbo. Turbo gets a bit of a shaky pass out. Oh! think that was, yeah, Paulo making some moves there. 5 metres out, third tackle. Up the guts! It's a try here for Manly. Croker's gone down, but they've awarded the try. Why you got to ruin it for Australian viewers? I don't know, man. Because I'm a menace. So Croker goes right up the guts. Yeah, he grounds it. Yeah, he's gotten the ball down. The problem is, though, is even if they do go to check it, if he did get again, because I think it's like the top of the ball just grazes the try line. I'm not being rude, I'm sorry, bro. No, it's all good, man. We're going to actually go and watch the NRL right now. Genuinely, probably, Twitch would probably be your best. Twitch and Rumble, I know people do stream it on there, so that's probably your best bet. But there we go. Lachlan Croker goes over and made it 16-20 for the Manly Seagulls. And now Ruben Garrick with a chance to make it just a 2-point game, as we're now 29 minutes away from the end of this first match. Free to wear if AU. It's only the Roosters Brisbane games free to wear. This one isn't. Unfortunately. So there we go. The kicker's confirmed 18-20. So, and that's the thing with it. If South had those conversions, it'd still be like a 6-point lead. But that try now for Manly has made it a bit closer. And there's a kickoff here by South Sydney. Bro, sorry, G. No, it's all good. No, it's all right, man. It's all good. It's, to be fair though, they should have more games on free to wear. So here comes the third tackle now for Manly. And Manly going right up the guts here. Nathan Brown getting all the way to the 40 now for the fourth tackle. That was about a 15-metre run. Now, Trebojevic gets brought down on halfway for the last tackle. So, interesting how Souths do respond here, as that is DCE with the high kick. Johnson with the taking gets brought down inside of the 20. Oh, and it's another knock on by South Sydney. As I believe it's, I'm trying to think who it is. It is Richard Kenner who's lost the ball, and 20 metres out with a full set of 6. It's now a chance for Manly to just out of nowhere, seemingly, take back the lead. Jake Trebojevic just wraps it up around the arm, and it just with the hit, and Kenner just couldn't hold on to the ball. So huge chance now for South to get the ball. Not South, but for I'm useless. I'm useless at doing this. I actually am. The chance, so 20 metres out on the far right-hand side, so they'll spread it to the left here, Manly. Flat ball to Paseka, and Paseka's trying to... Ruck infringement, set restart now for Manly. As that's Brooks now with the ball, he'll get brought down 15 away for the first tackle. What's your thoughts on NRL and USA? I hate it, it's not their sport. I do agree it's not their sport, but I can understand why they're doing it over there, because of the amount of money from sports betting. Oh, right down the line! Ben Trebojevic! He's there! And they're saying it's all good. Yep, they've awarded it. Ben Trebojevic has gotten his first try for Manly, I think. And now, out of nowhere, the Manly Seagulls have taken the lead from the momentum that's kind of come out of nowhere. Yeah, but because like one of the big things is like one of they going over there. I know they're minimally playing it, but it's because of like a lot more, like in a very fast rate. A lot of the states over there are legalizing sports betting, and so for the NRL, they are going to get a ridiculous amount of money over there. And also, if they do end up getting, I think it's like Fox Sports FS1 over in America. Like one match each round is being shown, but if they do get picked up for for coverage over there in America, even if it's only like a small sort of market, it's a ridiculous amount of money. So for a money purpose, it makes complete sense why they're over there. Whether or not Americans will embrace the sport is I think it's a completely different question though. So here we go, Ruben Garrick here, relatively near the sideline here to make it 24-20. And we're just saying about this, there's going to be more tries in this second half, and I believe there has been 4 tries within the first 15 minutes. Go Dragons to support Dragons. Can't wait for the AFL season. Yeah, that is true. It's going to be interesting this year as well with the AFL. And here's the kick from Garrick, and he's drilled it right down the gut. So 15 gone in the second half. Manly have made it 24-20, and we've got a bit of a grandstand finish potentially. So both teams now, the Roosters and the Broncos, currently in the sheds now, just getting ready. You support AFL. I don't watch it as much as I should, but I do watch it on occasion. I support the Swans because when the time I started watching it, the Swans were the only New South Wales team. So there's the kick off there by South Sydney to restart the match. And just the momentum swings in this has been absolutely ridiculous as Taniela Paseka now gets the ball and brought down inside of the 10 for the first tackle. Who I support in the NRL? I support the Knights. I'm from Newcastle, so kind of have to. So now Souths are keeping him away though, to be fair. Third tackle, and they're only inside of the 30 here with Jake Trbojevic. And now Manly trying to spread it out as Nathan Brown gets held back at the 30 still for the fourth tackle. And now that's Trbojevic now just shy of halfway now for the last tackle. And DCE with the kick. It's taken by Johnston. And Johnston will get a bit of running room and will get brought down inside of the 30 for the first tackle. So a fairly decent defensive set there by South. Problem is though, their players are taking a while to get back to the line. Host now with the ball, and he gets brought down just on South's 40 for the third tackle. And now South Sydney just shy of halfway now for the fourth tackle. They're trying to get themselves over, but they will on this tackle, as that is Cameron Murray. Runs straight into Nathan Brown. Nathan Brown's been amazing coming off the bench here. And now last tackle kick, I believe that's Latrell. No, it's Cody Walker. And it's taken by Turbo. Who's going to win? Broncos, I think. Yeah, it's a hard one. It's another hard one to predict. I've actually tipped the Roosters to take this. I think it's going to be another close game as well. So Saab now with the ball, and he's gone a fair decent meter. He's inside of the 40 now for the second tackle. And it's now going to be a penalty to Manly as well. Dangerous tackles. A high shot there by, I believe, Jai Arrow. Bye, much love. Yeah, see you, Xavier. So yeah, just good stepping motions here by Saab. And then there was a crusher by Jai Arrow. So here we go. A kick into touch now. And depending on how deep the kick is, it's been put in. It's a deep kick. It's been put at South's 30. So a full set of 6 coming in for the Seagulls and a chance to continue their somewhat momentum swing as Paseka takes it up the guts, but he'll only make it to the 30-metre line for the first tackle. Actually, I've just realised with my bet, 2 of them have hit. Latrell and Ben Trbojevic have scored, so we just need Damien Cook and Souths to win, and it would have actually hit. That'd be a bit mental if that was to happen. So here we go. Third tackle now for Manly, 20 out. They're going to spread it to the left-hand side. Ben Trebojevic again gets brought down, 10 out. Fourth tackle for the Sea Eagles. They'll send it to the middle. Brooks to Brown. Kick over the top. And it's been batted away by Johnston. So it's going to be a goal line dropout. The first goal line dropout of the match, actually. And it's taken almost 60 minutes for it to happen. Yeah, it would have been right to Saab versus Johnson. Johnson immediately just putting it out of touch because, yeah, just don't bother. And there's the, here comes the dropout attempt by Latrell Mitchell. Has it gone the 10? It has. And that's a knock on by South Sydney, been batted forward. So Manly will get the ball around 15, 20 metres out. So, again, big chance here for Manly to get the try. It was actually a really good kick if they just... Oh, it was batted backwards by Manly, but it was touching a South player's hand, so it was one-on-one. So here we go, 20 metres out, full set of 6 now for the Sea Eagles. Yes, they're playing Born in the USA, because that song's definitely praising the America. Here we go. Scrum feed now for the Sea Eagles. And that is Garrick. He gets brought down just on the 10-metre line for the first tackle as we're about to enter the final 20 minutes of the opening match. Second tackle. They're still on the 10, but they're on the left-hand side now. They'll still go up the middle. Bit of flat ball. Kohler gets brought down inside of the 10, but they're on the right-hand side here. And Cherry Evans, there's a lot of space on the left if they just had players on the wingers. There's Paseka, 5 minutes away from the try line, just in front of the posts here on the 4th. Cherry Evans, flat ball to, I think it's Olika R2, and he's about 2 metres short of the line here. Last tackle for the Sea Eagles. DCE, grubber kick down the short side, and it's fallen perfectly for Ruben Garrick. And just like, that's just a perfectly weighted kick. Ruben Garrick just hops on it, doesn't even get touched. And now it is 28-20 to the Manly Sea Eagles with a kick to come. And it's, like 10 minutes ago, South Sydney were all over Manly. And now they've just, out of almost nowhere, have just completely shifted the momentum. DC held onto the ball to get the... That's actually a really smart play from him. He's held onto the ball just a little bit longer from the dummy half. So all of the South players on the line march forward. And just the lightest of kicks that just bounces up. And Ruben Garrick just gets on it and grounds it. That's just how good of a player DCE is. And now with the... it's going to be a kick relatively near the sideline to make it 30 points to 20. I think the over was like 40 points. The over-under was like, I think it was 40.5 points. So it's smashed it already. So here we go. Ruben Garrick. I'm actually kind of a bit worried. The rest of the matches for the round that aren't in Vegas are going to be absolute stinkers. Which could be a legitimate thing that happens. So here we go. Ruben Garrick to convert his own try to make it a 10-point lead for Manly. Oh, beautiful. Oh, he's just a beautiful kicker. He just nails it. And Manly are 5 from 5. From the spot here. So, less than 18 minutes now remaining in the game. Manly just need to keep going. Manly have got South in a very good position. They just need to keep applying pressure and they'll be able to get the win. Because they've gotten 3 tries in 10 minutes. Like, out of sort of nowhere. And there's the kick in the off. And, oh, Josh Alloway running into a meat vessel. I believe it was like Thomas Burgess, Saliva Havili, and Jai Arrow. Yep, South need to come out and have actually a very good defensive set here, because it's all come off the back of South Sydney mistakes of like knock-ons and penalties that's allowed Manly into this position. Garrick now with the ball, and he gets brought down just shy of the Manly's 40 for the fourth tackle. And they'll spread it out to the left off. They kept going. There's probably several obstructions here, but Turbo gets brought down inside of halfway. Last tackle here for the Sea Eagles, and DCE with a high kick, which will be taken on the 20 by Alex Johnston. And Johnston's still going on the run. He'll get brought down inside of the 30 for the first tackle for South Sydney. They have to score. Essentially, South Sydney need to score the next try, or there's going to be some serious problems. That's Jacob Gago who gets brought down on the 30 for the second tackle. Now, I think that's David Mawal who's got on the ball. No, it's Jacob Host. Tavita Totola now gets past halfway here. Now 45 away from the try line for the fourth tackle. Souths. Oh, it's a kick over the top here from Cody Walker. It's a bit deep, and they're just going to let it roll out. And it will be a 20-meter restart and 7 tackle set for the Sea Eagles. For the last, 10-15 minutes, anything that has been going in anything that can go right for Manly has. There's the 0 tackle under the 30. Oh! Jacob Host coming in there violently. They've gone back to the 30, first tackle. I keep seeing this reconnecting thing, and I'm just worried they're just gonna just brick. Jake Chaboyevich now on South's 40 for the fourth tackle. 15.5 to go. Cherry Evans passing it down the line. Garrick gives it off to Turbo. Turbo sees a gap. Saw Luke Brooks run, but he was just running too quick for that line. Here we go. Last tackle. 25 out now for the Sea Eagles. Brooks. No, it was DCE actually with the kick. Saab with the take, and he's just knocked it on. And it's going to be... Is it a 20-minute restart for Souths, or is it a scrum? Oh. Saab jumped too early for that, unfortunately. Inside the 10 here. And the commentators just brought this up. Yeah, Cherry Evans has got a vice grip on this game at the moment. And our Souths now still inside of their 20 for the second tackle. As Manly just need to keep applying the pressure in the defences now. Souths now inside of the 30. Now, Ilias now getting up to the 40 for the fourth tackle. And that's the thing, all Souths really need is just one try, and then they're immediately back in it. But me saying that's they're not even... Yeah, but back in, becoming close. And there's Paulo. Gets the pass out to Turbo. And Turbo gets wrapped up inside the 20 for the first tackles. We've got 14 minutes remaining in the game. Garrick gets wrapped up on the 30 for the second tackle. Manly will now try to spread it really up the guts. Is that Saab who gets brought down inside of the 40 to the third tackle. And Manly now just going to try to spread it out to the left-hand side. Turbo doesn't really want to pass it. Fourth tackle on halfway. Quick play of the ball here by Manly. Cole is still going with the ball. He's trying to find a gap. He will get to the 30 inside of South Sydney's half. And now this will be the last tackle for the Sea Eagles. Spreads it now to DCE. It's a long kick out. It's Saab. He's got it. Can he get a pass off? No, he tried to. But it was a knock-on. I believe it was Paseka or Olika R2 who's tried to go for it. But it's going to be a scrum feed to South Sydney inside of their 10. Or just the play of the ball. Big take there by Saab. Got good timing on that. And he's tried to get the pass off to, I believe it's Paseka. And Latrell's just come in and just absolutely bombarded him. Oh, Garrick's a little bit hurt here at the moment, so South Sydney gets the first tackle inside of the 20 as that's Kenner being tackled. And now that's Host, I believe, gets brought down just past the 20 for the second tackle. As we're now about to enter 12 minutes remaining in this matchup, as that is Jai Arrow now, just shy of the 30 for the third tackle. Totola now with the ball, and he gets in just inside of halfway now for the fourth tackle for Souths. And it's an early kick. It's almost kicked into touch, but Turbo's there to pick it up, and Turbo gets about 15-20 metres there, and he gets brought down inside of the 30 for the first tackle. So we're 11.5 now remaining in this matchup. And it's a penalty to Manly. This is what's been costing South Sydney this match, is these mistakes in giving away penalties which give Manly ample field position and just allowing them to get the points. And I should state immediately after this match, we will cross over to the next stream, which should just take you straight from here to the next one, which is obviously the Sydney Roosters and the Brisbane Broncos. So here's the kick by DCE. And it seems to be somewhat deep, as they'll get the ball just inside of halfway. And there we go. The penalty count, Manly 5, Souths 0. And that's been a big factor in this match, of just been able to give Manly these chances. So a try here for Manly could really start putting nails into some coffins. Oh, flat ball. Still going here. DCE with the ball. Passing it out to Turbo. Now they're spreading it all the way out to the left-hand side of the field. This Kohler now gets brought down for the second tackle. I believe he's 25 metres away from the try line. 15, actually. Josh Alloy brought down 10 metres out right in front of the post now. Third tackle. Left-hand side for Manly. To Ben Trebojevic. Ben's tried to go himself. That's, I think it's a bit silly from him. He shouldn't have tried to grubber it for himself on the third tackle. And now Latrell's got the ball. First tackle inside of the 10. And second tackle again inside of the 10. Runs straight into the marker of Tom Trebojevic. They're trying to spread it as wide as possible, and it does make sense. Kenner trying to break through, but he does get good meters. He's now inside of the 40 for the third tackle. For Arrow, and that's Waddell coming in there with the hit, and that's fourth tackle now for South Sydney. Or Arrow grabbing his left shoulder, I believe. Flat pass there by Jacob Host now. 40 out from the try line. Last tackle. Dry Arrow's not looking good. And there's the high kick there by South, and it's taken by Turbo inside of the 10 for the first tackle. Cameron Murray set to come onto the field here, so it's a player that definitely should have to come in. And that is Olika Artu now brought it down on the 20-metre line for the second tackle. Just under 9 minutes remaining in the game. Why have they gone for They've gone for a grubber kick on the second, and now South get the first tackle on their own 40. What the hell are Manly doing? They've just made some silly decisions here. And now Latrell will get brought down inside of halfway for the second tackle. Now Thomas Burgess. Oh, Jai Arrow goes immediately down because he felt the touch in the face and draws the penalty. Was it a high shot? Oh, no, yep, fair enough. That's a high shot there by Nathan Brown. And Jai Arrow knew to just stay down a little bit. It's like, yeah, you might want to check that. So just under 8 minutes now remaining, and it's a penalty to South Sydney, and there's the kick. 25 out, full set of 6. And that's the first penalty South Sydney have gotten the entire match. Now it's a chance here for the Souths to make it just a one-score lead. Big defensive set needed here by the Seagulls. Cameron Murray straight up the guts here. 15 out, second tackle. Sean Kepi now gets brought down 5 out, third tackle. Huge chance here. Spreading it out to the left-hand side. For Manly side, because they actually went to the right. Fourth tackle now on the far right-hand side. Still inside of the 10. Ilias, flat border to Tola. Tries to get an offload off. He does, but it's intercepted. Intercepted by Tola Kula. And that's just a huge chance. It's gone begging here for the Sea Eagles. And there's the number 15 there for Manly. Corey Waddell gets inside of the 30 for the second tackle. So we go, 6 minutes 40 remaining in this matchup. The first of 2 matches here as Nathan Brown gets brought down just on the 40 for the fourth tackle for the Sea Eagles. Tom Trbojevic now burrows South Sydney over. No, back into their half. Nailed it. DCE with the last tackle kick. It'll take a bounce. It will bounce up enough, so Alex Johnson will have to play at it. And Johnson will get brought down inside on the 10-metre line for the first tackle for South Sydney. Oh, and it's just a terrible pass out to the wind, but it does bounce well to Isaiah Tass. So this will be the second tackle inside of the 20 now for South Sydney. Just under 6 minutes remaining now in this match. And what's happened here with Latrell Mitchell, he's lost it. I think it's a knock-on here by Souths again, which has been another costly thing, but it was just on the ground for a bit. Just what happened. So Latrell, yep, he's lost it. Oh, shit. What the... What? Hang on. Hold on a second. Was Latrell trying to, like, milk a penalty? Because... like, one of the Manly players, like, stuck his boot, and it's like, he gets, like, his shoulder, was nowhere near his face, but then he starts, like, clutching his, like, nose. But anyways, it is a knock-on. 20 metres out, 5 minutes remaining in this match, and you'd think a try here should seal it, and they're passing it out, Turbo, and it's charged down by Johnston. It's going to be another set here for Manly, and they can allow to do it as much as they want. Oh no. Saab's oh my god, Saab's clutching his hamstring. Yeah, and Saab's reacting, it's like, oh no. Yep, Saab's clutching his right hamstring. That's not good for Manly. Not good for Manly at all. Yep, Saab's not reacting to this really well. So, another scrum here by the Sea Eagles. So that's the number 15. That is Corey Waddell, 15 out, first tackle. Manly spreading it out to the left. Brooks! Luke Brooks gets over. And that should seal the win for the Manly Sea Eagles. And there we go, 34 points to 20. That should do it. That should seal it right there. Less than 4 minutes now remaining, and now Souths need a miracle if they prefer to come back from this. They need 3 tries in 3 minutes. Yep, and it's weird because this, like, the first 10 minutes, the second half, South Sydney were doing so well. And just like that, Manly, just out of almost nowhere, were given these opportunities in terms of penalties and South's mistakes, and have just made them punished for it. And there we go, Luke Brooks goes over. First try for the Manly Sea Eagles, and that should be the try that seals the victory for Manly. So how long we got to go? Oh god, yeah, there's really not that much time before, so pretty much almost as soon as this game will end, we'll transfer over to the Roosters Broncos game. So here we go, there is the kickoff. Not the kickoff, the kick for the conversion by Ruben Garrick, who's 5 from 5 tonight. Can he make it 6 from 6? It's really good. perfect start for the season. Not perfect, but it's because Saab could be out for a couple of weeks. But opening wing in Vegas. Here goes the Reggie looking menacingly over as Garrick takes the kick. Garrick with the ball. He's just so good. And there it is, 36 points to 20 with 2.5 to go. And the Manly Seagulls, sure, unless like an absolute collapse occurs, should be taking the first win of the season. So 2 minutes 20 now remaining. Pretty much Manly will just play the match out slow as possible. And then as soon as this ends, we'll immediately transfer over. South will get the ball right off kickoff. Here we go, so 35 metres out from the try line. So now 25 out now for South Sydney on the second tackle. Passing it out all the way out to the left. Kenner with the ball. Kenner tries to go himself. And he does. He slid over and it's going to... Oh, they're going to... I think it's momentum. It's like his arm was down here, but then he drags it. I don't think that counts as a double movement. Because I think it is a momentum. Unless it won't count. But I do think it should be given. And Richard Kenner could have his second try of the season. I reckon that's momentum. If his arms look down here and he drags it forward, I don't know if that's a double movement. But there is a defender on him. Yeah, I think it's... this will be a hard one. Yeah, so they're saying it's going to be a completed tackle, so the second try for Richard Kenner will not count. I don't know what's going to be happening here. He does break the tackle, but then I think it's Saab who's immediately on him. Right, so they're saying it's momentum. Yeah, so it's going to count. So Richard Kenner, yeah, it's momentum. It's dragged it forward and he's just promoted it over the line. So there we go. Richard Kenner will get his second try of the match. And that's a fair enough call there. So it's 36-24 with about 1:40 remaining in the game. Yeah, that's a fair. I think that's a fair enough call. So now Latrell Mitchell immediately to try to take the kick, and he rattled the post. He's doinked it. So it will remain 36-24. So they need exactly 2 converted tries in just under 90 seconds. But yeah, I think it's been a great success so far for Vegas, and it's like... But that's the thing, goal kicking for South Sydney is kind of cost them here. Because it'd be 36-30 if all of South's kicks were converted. So 1:28 remaining. It's probably going to be just a deep kick here from Manly. There's the first tackle there by South Sydney. We've got 1:20 remaining, so this will probably be the last full set of this match before we immediately cross over to the Roosters Broncos game. And they're passing it out to the left here. South, so if they could just keep it on going. What's the attendance number? They haven't announced it yet, Phil. I think they're saying the rumour's around 45,000. Cameron Murray's gotten the ball here, and I think it should be... It's still the third tackle, I believe. Cook's still going. And it's a kick down to the sideline, but there's a lot of Manly players chasing after it. There's Corey Waddell who just charges down and breaks it. So yeah, I think 45,000 is what they're saying is going to be the estimate, but yeah, they haven't announced the attendance as of yet. So there we go, 26 seconds remaining. Manly have gotten the ball and they're just going to keep taking the tackles. The NRL in Vegas, it's actually been a really good game to be fair, but the Manly Seagulls, after such great momentum by South Sydney in the first 10 minutes of the second half, just come out of nowhere and just put up so many unanswered points. And the siren is going to sound, and the Manly Seagulls will get the first win of the season, 36-24 over South Sydney. Does anyone know how to watch this in the US? There's an app called Watch NRL, which is how you, and if you just sign up to it, that's how you watch it. It's pretty much for everybody who's not in Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Islands. So that's probably the best bet if you're outside of that area. So there we go. That's the full-time score. So we've now got a couple of minutes until the start of the Manly Brisbane. Not the Manly Brisbane game, the Roosters Brisbane game. So we're just going to cross over there. So once this stream ends, it should almost immediately take you over to that other stream. So thank you all for watching if you do decide to click off here. But we're going to transfer over to that now. So thank you all very much for watching. And now it's